Yeah, let's go.
Welcome, everybody, to What Is Wrong With You? A review of things with the Allens. This is season 2, episode 1. Welcome back to all of our previous season viewers, and welcome to those of you who are new to us. We have so many new viewers now.
Like 4 or 5.
No, because
You force your kids to watch this?
I force my students to watch this, and
Can they like it?
I have a whole...
They subscribe and
I have
listen?
6 new classes. That's like 180 humans who are watching now.
I don't force any of my students to watch it.
Well, that's because you don't teach English. But this is
Is that really it?
Yeah,
Whatever.
we're talking about books.
I guess.
Okay, so if you're new, welcome. This is
Welcome.
an adventure where we talk about books most of the time and also wonder a lot of times, what's wrong with Mr. Allen?
And there's many things wrong with me, and I'm sure since the last time we talked, there's many more.
Additional new things
Additional
wrong with
new
him.
things. I mean, I just
Including
keep getting worse.
his new allergies. Like, I don't know when. I don't know, but it's
I don't
really
know. It's
bad.
outside. I coach.
Yeah.
It's outside. Who
Okay,
knows?
well, we had a great summer. It went really fast, and I don't feel like we recuperated at all from last year and a half.
I mean, I know Mrs. Allen read 632
I did.
books.
I read so many books. I
don't
can't
know.
wait to tell you all about
2.
them.
I read 2.
Which is better than most summers.
And I am reading 2, but I could tell you since school started.
Hasn't read a page.
Hasn't read a page.
Nope. You know what he's read a lot of? Fantasy football stats.
A little bit.
Lots.
A little bit.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it.
Are you sure? You
I
ready?
guess. I mean, we'll see.
Okay. I can't wait for this first one. The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks.
Well, I mean, I thought you were going to give me books that I
By
don't know.
Rebecca Sloot.
Like a Skloop? Is it like Augustus Gloop from...
Augustus Gloop.
from Willy Wonka?
Chocolate
He's
Factory.
He's my favorite.
The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks and Augustus Gloop.
I don't know anything about this at all.
You really don't remember
I
anything
do.
about it?
I do.
I'm going to be mortified if you
It's
don't know.
it's messed up. I know what it's about. It's messed up.
Okay, I wanna know what you know.
I know some. They basically like took her.
Who? Who's her?
Henrietta Lacks.
Okay.
Okay.
Henrietta Lacks.
Henrietta Lacks. They took her DNA, genes, stuff like that to look at
Her cells.
and whatever, her cells, and they totally like without her permission did things. But if I want to be correct here, I'm trying to remember. Like, wasn't it for like a good cause? But they illegally took it without her permission, and her family was mad.
Is still.
It's still mad
Yeah.
because she's dead.
She died.
Correct.
Okay. So this all happened in the 1950s.
Okay.
Oh.
No, keep going.
Are you ready?
No, fine. Go.
Are you sure? Do you have more to say?
I mean, that's what the purpose of. It is a really great book. I know the movie has Oprah Winfrey in it, so that's good. I think it does. I don't know.
So that's good.
It's probably in the Oprah Book Club. I know for a fact that, like, of course, medical things are,
What do they call the
billion-dollar
cells?
industries.
What do they call the cells that they took from her?
Stem cells?
Nope.
What are you asking?
HeLa cells.
What?
HeLa cells are what they call her
Is
cells.
that right? Did you do this to make me look like a moron?
Because you teach.
But I wasn't done yet.
Okay.
You keep like telling me what she's just like. She's doing it on purpose to make me look like an absolute
No.
imbecile.
Because I want to know how much you know about it. Because I guess I thought you knew.
Oh,
a
look,
lot
I was
of-
right. Oprah Winfrey. I mean, I think I've read this book. Did I? No,
There are
I didn't
pictures
read
in
this
it.
book. I didn't read this book.
You haven't read this book.
But I know the story.
You know how long I've been telling you to read this book?
Well, I don't read.
Since we met.
I will tell you the story is good, but the biggest thing about it is because the goodness of it is that they're using it for positive reasons to figure out how to stop or help or prevent certain things from happening to people. However, HIPAA laws and things like that, you can't just steal people's cells.
Can't take people's cells.
That's illegal.
Well, she's a big reason, and her cells are a big reason why a lot of those laws exist. So it's 1950s, and Henrietta Lacks was feeling really sick, but she was poor, and she was black, and she didn't have a lot of rights. So she went to the doctor, and the doctors were stumped, had no idea, and she kept going doctor after doctor, figured out she had cancer. And without her consent or knowledge, they took some of her cancer cells,
Yep.
and that has been the base that the title comes from, they still use all of these cells. This is like the cells never die.
No.
And they have used her cells to come up with a vaccine for polio. They have used her cells in cancer research
Correct.
and medications. Pretty much every sort of medication that has ever been studied or figured out since.
Well, so here's what I'll say. I mean, this is like cool stuff. Obviously, I've never read the book. I do know a lot about it. You're throwing me on the spot and I'm trying to remember every little thing. It's okay. It's good. It's why I'm an idiot. What's wrong with me? But I know for a fact that she was like, basically like all of her rights are taken. So her family isn't getting anything from it. But these companies are making millions and
Billions and
dollars.
trillions of dollars.
Off of her actual stuff and her money. You know,
Yeah.
cells.
Yeah, the HeLa cell. And her family is trying still to get financial restitution for the use of her cells.
Big companies win everything.
Comes into a lot of bioethics conversations and like what are the ethics around studying biology and the human body. And I just say, I think this book taught me a lot about science, first of all.
Yeah, she hates science, so it's cool.
And it taught me a lot about women's health and women's health rights, which was not something that I really studied a lot, but has a lot to do with, because I'm a woman. And so, like, it has a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Great.
So, I don't know. I just think this book is really interesting. It's nonfiction, obviously.
I mean, I shouldn't say it is. The story I know is because it's something I think, but I've never read the book. But I know a lot of kids. I ask my freshmen especially. I'm always like, "Here's some books," and that's always
would be
at
a
the top
great
of my
one for
list.
them.
Oh yeah, I tell them all the time because we talk about her throughout our cancer unit for sure. But it's good. I mean, it's a good stuff. I mean, there's no what is wrong with me in this part.
Except that you've never read this book.
Well, I mean, I don't read. So, like, people that already watch this, listen, I read, like,
How can you,
autobiographies and...
What is wrong with you? This is!
Is it? Is it really?
Yes, this is the
All right,
story of Henrietta Lacks and the HeLa cell.
I read sports autobiographies and, like, things like that. Science, even though I teach it, maybe I don't always want to read about science, Melissa.
I get it. I know.
It's not my 24/7 life.
Okay. Well, anyway, if you love science and you're interested in biology and bioethics or the human body, this is a good one for you. Okay, are you ready for our next one?
Very popular. Plus, Oprah Winfrey recommends. She was in the movie.
That seems to be the largest base of whether or not you think a book is worth reading or not.
Okay, good. Hit me. Next one. I'm probably going to know nothing about this one unless you're trying to hit me with some...
The Things
facts.
They Carried by Tim O'Brien.
Oh,
Look
man.
at all my...
I don't know. Wow, this is...
I should probably have taken my
This
sticky
is embarrassing. I mean, what in the world? All I know is that
Something?
people...
Anything.
It's about war.
Which one?
I'm keeping thinking of The Road. That's not the same thing.
The Road?
Vietnam? Is it Vietnam? I'm not looking. Is it Vietnam?
Yes, it's
Oh, that was a
Vietnam.
complete guess. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't have any idea. I mean, this could be about the soldiers carrying each other, which means like...
Wow, that's like symbolism.
Yeah, right? No, literally. No, literally put them on the back.
Literally carrying each other.
It could be about the soldiers carrying food and water to people. It could be about just they're carrying how much weight of the world is on them. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a short book. Is this something you have to read in your classes?
It's an option for a lot of
Does Mr. Ryan read this one?
students.
Somebody does. I don't know.
I mean,
There's
I've
teachers
taught
that
it.
Read it. I'm sorry, not read, teach it, whatever.
Yeah, my seniors used to read it.
I mean, it's not, it's
Now
really
it's an
short. It's really short. 215 pages, 30 pages.
Doesn't seem like it's really short for you. I feel like
I mean,
right
I
around.
would not read this because it doesn't seem like I'd be interested in any of this stuff.
Okay. So the things they carried. Do you know any? That's it? Are you done? I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah,
You got
that's it.
so
I
mad
was
at me
just
earlier.
making things up, so I don't really know.
Okay. This is a really interesting genre because Tim O'Brien is the name of the author, and Tim O'Brien's also the name of the main character who gets drafted to the Vietnam War.
Okay.
So the story's about character Tim O'Brien, and Tim O'Brien author used this as a memoir-esque book. So like a lot of the stories are based on true events that happened to him while he was in Vietnam, but it's not totally true. So it's like been a source of conversation with.
I mean, it's not totally true. You just make things up.
Yeah, so a lot of elements of memoir are usually like kind of fictionalized, and it kind of rides that in between of is it fiction or is it nonfiction or is it memoir or like what genre do we put this thing in? But it's really interesting, and arguably from my point of view, the best and most famous excerpt from this is a chapter called On the Rainy River. And I think it's a beautiful chapter. So if you read nothing else of this book, I think you should read that chapter. It's all about the conflict that...
Sounds like that on the rainy river sounds like I'd fall asleep immediately. Like, oh, rain on a river.
It's all about a story that he's never told to anyone except the reader. And
is it fictional, like you just said? Not true?
Well, we don't really know which of these... Every chapter is like its own little like short excerpt.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Really great.
I would never ever read that.
Really?
It just even with the page numbers,
so good.
It doesn't sound like it's something that would interest me. I don't read.
If you are interested in war stories and the conflict that people feel about going to war and enlisting, and if you're interested in any of those topics, I think it's a great book for you.
Okay. I had a yawn there for
The
a second.
Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. Can you give me the other book, please?
Oh,
you
sorry.
always do this. You chuck it on the floor.
Henrietta Lacks.
Okay. So that's our show for today. Oh, there are sirens. They're coming for us.
Okay.
Episode
1, Season 2.
The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien and The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks by Rebecca Skloot.
Yeah, this one would be good. I'm sure people would like this one, but like...
A lot of students love this because it's got a lot of swearing in it. And
Not
a lot of content of war-type things.
If you had to choose, which one would you choose?
If I had to choose one
Just
to
read
read?
one.
Like if I was
Like
going to...
right now. You had to pick one to read right now.
I would read The Things They Carried.
Oh, okay. Well, I picked this one. So 50-50.
I think the writing's really beautiful.
Great. Oh, beautiful writing. I love it. Fantastic.
Okay, well, those of you who are just joining us, you know why this show is called What Is Wrong With You? A review of things with the Allens. Thanks for joining us. I hope you are as excited about Season 2 as we are. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.